Hello, all. About 3 weeks ago, the press conference and reveal of the Xbox One happened, and I was psyched. I really wanted to go home and watch it on a live stream and see every single detail, but because I was working, I couldn't do shit. So, when I got home and watched it on my Xbox, you know what I found? Nothing. But I held my tongue. I thought, oh, yeah, there's no way this is all it's gonna have. Plus all those restrictions that they're talking about, they're just rumors. I was so fucking naive. Then, about 3 nights ago, I decided to go on Kotaku, see a little bit of the news. And what I found was a bunch of fucking bullshit! You wanna know why? Let's see. The rumors of the anti-used games were true, for the most part. The rumors of the always online were true, for the most part. Not to mention, all I saw at the reveal conference was connect to fantasy baseball and basketball, the Call of Duty dog, and all. But nothing. Not a single fucking thing that changed my gaming experience. Save for graphics, but that happens anyway. And here's one of the things that gets me. One of the things they revealed a couple days ago is that there is new games once. You can give it to one of your friends once, and he has to be on your friends list on your gamer tag for 30 days. Once. And then came the other revelation, so to speak. Microsoft said it wasn't up to them to decide whether the games were used or not. It was up to the publishers. And once again I say, that's a bunch of fucking bullshit! You are the ones who designed the console. You had that in mind. I thought after the backlash that was 3 weeks ago after the reveal, Microsoft might actually look at our backlash and think, oh no, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should actually be for the customers, for the hardcore gamers that have been with our system for a while. But nope. All they thought was, money! Give us money! We wants it. We wants the money. We wants the moolah. We wants the dinero. Yeah, pretty much. That money grubbing attitude pissed me off. But like I said, I held my tongue. I held it. I practically bit it off. Oh, and on to that always online thing. you have to check in online every 24 hours. Why? Because they claimed it's to be able to upgrade the games with the backgrounds, like an MMORPG on a PC and all that shit. Bullshit! Fucking bullshit yet again. You know what I thought when I heard that? I'm thinking to myself, what about the people who don't have internet connection? The people who live in like rural areas? Or even the fucking military men? I've got friends in the Navy. They got shitty connection. What are they gonna do? Fuck them! Microsoft is saying, fuck them! We don't need their money. We don't need their money. But we wants the money. We needs the money. But here's the reason I'm guessing they did that. It's so people would be required to buy Xbox Live. So on top of the $700, $800 system they're going to be selling, you have to pay for Xbox Live as well. There's no option. You have to pay for it. You want to pay offline? No, we're not going to let you. You have to pay for this shit. We wants the money. We wants the money. Give us the money. And back on the used game thing. People, when they said the developers would have the option to make it used games or not, how many developers do you think are actually going to do that? I'm guessing less than 2%. Especially EA. Oh God, EA. That online passes thing. Seriously. We can see why they got rid of that. Because they knew about this shit. They were thinking, alright, yeah, we're gonna make money another way, so let's, fuck it, we'll just get rid of that, make it seem like we're actually a good company who cares about its customers, who's not trying to rip them off and take all their money. And no. That didn't happen. And here's the thing about used games. One of the ways I got into the Xbox 360 was through used games. I went over to my friend's house, played on his Xbox, and I liked it, and I got my own Xbox. Then I borrowed a few of my friend's games, and when I liked them, I went out and bought them. This anti-used games thing is anti-consumerism. People, seriously, that's one of the ways people bonded. That's how I bonded growing up. I would go over to a friend's house, play his game, then I would borrow it from my system, and vice versa. Not to mention the tournaments at places, going over friends back and forth from friends' house. Yeah, all that is fucking gone. All that is fucking gone. And some of my friends are saying, well, it was inevitable, you knew it was coming. But no. No. That is not something we should just accept. And to the people saying, well, Steam does it and iOS does it, the thing is, the games on the iOS are maybe $15 at most. And Steam, they have Steam sales, which can give it up to like even 25% off the game new. So yeah. And to the GameStop, I used to work at GameStop. They're for this. They're like, oh, it's not gonna. They're working to get us. No, they're gonna charge a fee to these used game stores, which means that the used game stores are gonna jack up the price in order to compensate. And that compensation is going to be coming right out of our pockets. Oh, not to mention, if you want to return a game because it fucking sucks or whatever, you're not going to be able to do it. I mean, seriously, think of this. You got aliens, colonial marines, right? And you found out how bad it fucking sucked. You go up to your GameStop clerk and say, I want to return this. And he says, we can't do that. And I'm thinking, why not? Because we won't get any money out of it. Once you buy it, that's it. And I'm going, you have to be shitting me. This game fucking sucked! It's so fucking... The AI was fucking retarded. That's not a slant against retarded people either, but... Think about that. Any bad game you've ever bought and returned, you will no longer be able to do that. Although most people will probably break them out of anger. I know I have. Well, maybe only once or twice, but still. Oh. And here's one of the bullet points for the whole thing that was supposed to be a positive. It says, you can have your friends or family come over and play on your system, play your games. We could do that already! We've been doing that for the past 30 fucking years! Well, me not so much. I'm only in my 20s, but... Still! When one of the positives of your system is something that's been in place already since the beginning of video games, you might be a shitty company. Oh my god, this is... Oh, and the Xbox One. Xbox One. I didn't care so much about the name so much. I mean, the controller looks pretty badass. But the system... I've seen people compare it to an old VCR or record player because that's what the thing fucking is. Oh, and back on the Kinect. They said it wouldn't always be on, but that on thing is when you say, it would only recognize when you say Xbox on. So the thing is fucking on. I mean, between this NSA bullshit that's been going on and this PR session from Microsoft, I am fucking infuriated. I am so fucking pissed at these companies. Dude, the government, this Microsoft. Oh, and here's another thing. Apparently the PS4 might have that DRM bullshit. Why? After Microsoft released the Xbox One, I was all ready to go over to the PS4. I'm like, fuck that shit. I want to be able to play used games and sell my used games on. And that's the other thing. We don't own the games anymore. We're pretty much just renting them. No! I bought this thing. I paid hard-earned money for this thing. I own it. I fucking own it. It's this kind of bullshit that's... I've been actually having chest pains the past couple of days from my anger. Yeah. And I'm only in my 20s. What's that show you? What's that tell you? Oh, and back on the Kinect, if that thing is... Who knows whether it's watching or listening to us in our living rooms and... I mean, they say it's not always on, but how can we trust them? Microsoft in that whole Prism thing was shown to be one of the first people to be part of that. I mean, you could put a tape over the lens, but they can still listen. So unless you remember to unplug the fucking thing every day, you might be surveillanced. I mean, we already are. It's already been proven. This is the end. I'm serious. This is the fucking end of console gaming. What point is it to get these consoles? They're pretty much, with this, they're going to be downgraded PCs. downgraded PCs. I mean, and I'm already fucking building a PC, or trying to earn money to build one anyway. So I'm just gonna say, fuck these new systems, I'm just switching to PC. What point is there? Sorry, my hand was kind of shaking. My only hope, our only hope, is if we as gamers decide to boycott these systems. Companies only see the money. If they see we're not paying for these things, that we're not spending the money, they'll be like, money? Where's the money? We want the money. Why aren't you guys buying this shit? We've got you by the toes. Buy this shit. We want the money. Oh no, we're not gonna do anti-use games things anymore. We're just gonna have one small fee for like $2, and that's it. Yeah. So I beseech you. I beseech all you gamers who've had these experiences growing up with like the N64, the PlayStation, the GameCube, the SNES, the Nintendo, maybe not so much the Sega, but of going over to your friend's house, borrowing a game, or vice versa, playing with friends. Boycott these systems. Boycott them. Otherwise, they'll get their way. They'll treat us just as a bunch of sheep ready to shed, or whatever the term is for having our wool taken off and all that shit. And EA, oh god, EA. They were actually voted the worst company in the world. I don't think they deserve that much, but I say they're the worst gaming company in the world. This system, the only thing that they could really show for an upside is that it plays cable TV. Well, how many of your friends nowadays, or how many of us nowadays actually have cable? I'm staying at family members, so they have cable, but after that, I'm probably not going to have cable. I'm just going to get internet, because I'm only going to be able to afford that. So, yeah, you're fucked. If you don't have cable, you're not going to get all the features. Oh, and the Kinect, they were showing off the features of the Kinect. Yeah, I doubt it will work that well. The Kinect right now is a piece of shit. It's actually somewhat racist. It can't read dark-skinned people or fat people. I know that's not a race, but I am so fucking livid right now. It's taking all of my concentration not to practically scream at the top of my lungs and disturb the entire neighborhood. This is, yeah. The only system I can foresee, my console system I can foresee myself getting is the Wii U. Because they were smart enough to not to pull that shit. This is end times, man. Fucking end times! For consoles. Oh, and one thing that will break my heart if the PS4 does pull this shit. Kingdom Hearts 3. If the PS4 does that, and Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, I will be fucking heartbroken. I will be so fucking heartbroken. And my only hope is if somebody out there finds a way to copy these discs and make them reusable and be able to be used over and over again. And I know there's technology out there that can do that. I'm actually encouraging somebody to pirate, to do that shit. That's how fucked up this is. That's how fucked up this is. Oh, God. Sorry, my voice has been kind of hoarse. Anyway, so, yeah. To all you gamers out there, boycott these systems. Show them they can't pull this shit. Show them we as gamers, we as consumers matter. It's not just about the developers. Yes, the developers help, but once we own the game, we own the game! I really can't think of anything else. My mind's a complete blank now. I'm so angry that my rage is clouding out the rest of my thoughts. Like last night I was screaming well, not last night, but a couple nights ago when I heard this, I was screaming my fucking head off. So, yeah. This is to Microsoft and Sony and any other console gaming companies that are gonna pull this shit. Fuck you!